Hello friends, today we will be discussing the second session in the anatomy of pectoral region. Please make sure you have gone through the first session which I have posted earlier. Let's begin this session. First, the deltopectoral groove and the deltopectoral triangle. The deltopectoral groove is a small indentation in the muscular structure located between the deltoid and the clavicular head of pectoralis major. It runs obliquely from the inferiolateral aspect to the superiormedial aspect and it contains cephalic vein. And coming to the deltopectoral triangle, which is also called the clavipectoral triangle or the infraclavicular fossa, it is a triangular depression with the base formed by the clavicle and the medial border formed by the clavicular head of pectoralis major and the lateral border formed by the deltoid. It contains cephalic vein and the deltoid branch of acromiothoracic artery. This is the cadaveric dissection of the deltopectoral triangle. Here you can see the deltopectoral triangle. This is the deltopectoral groove and here you can see the cephalic vein. Now let's see the deep fascia of the pectoral region. First, the pectoral fascia, which is the deep fascia present on the anterior aspect of the pectoralis major. Coming to its extent, superiorly it will be attached to the clavicle, blending with the periosteum of clavicle, and inferiorly it will be continuous with the fascia of anterior abdominal wall, and medially it will be attached to the sternum, and superolaterally it will be forming the roof of deltopectoral triangle and passes over the deltopectoral groove and will be continuous with the deltoid fascia, and inferiolaterally it will be curving on the inferiolateral margin of pectoralis major and then will be continuous with the axillary fascia. Here you can see the cadaveric specimen of pectoral fascia, which is present on the anterior aspect of pectoralis major. This white glistening membrane is the pectoral fascia. Next, the clavipectoral fascia. That's a very important topic in exam point of view also. It is present deep to the pectoralis major and extending from superiorly from the clavicle below to the axillary fascia. Coming to its attachments, laterally it is attached to the coracoid process and the coracoclavicular ligament. Medially it is attached to the first rib, the costoclavicular ligament, and it will blend with the external intercostal membrane of the first two intercostal spaces, and superiorly it will be attached to the inferior surface of clavicle on the margins of subclavian groove, and inferiorly it will be attached to the axillary fascia forming the suspensory ligament of axilla. The superior aspect it will be occasionally thickened from the first rib to the coracoid process forming the costocoracoid ligament. Now let's see its course. In the superior aspect, the clavipectoral fascia splits into two lamina covering the subclavius muscle. The anterior lamina is attached to the clavicle, whereas the posterior lamina continues upwards as the investing layer of deep cervical fascia, and it will be fusing to the axillary sheath. The axillary sheath is covering the axillary artery, and in the lower part, it continues between the subclavius and the pectoralis minor, and it will be splitting to enclose the pectoralis minor, and then it goes downwards as the suspensory ligament of axilla to attach to the dome of axilla. The suspensory ligament pulls the axillary fascia up and maintaining the concavity of the axilla. Now let's see the structures passing through the clavipectoral fascia. Thoracoacromial artery, here you can see the cephalic vein, the lateral pectoral nerve, and the lymphatics that connects the infraclavicular and the apical nodes of axilla. You can remember these structures by the help of a mnemonic called CALL. C for cephalic vein, A for thoracoacromial artery or the acromiothoracic artery, and two L's for the lateral pectoral nerve and the lymphatics. Here you can see the cadaveric specimen of the clavipectoral fascia. This is the clavipectoral fascia which is present deep to pectoralis major. Here you can see the reflected pectoralis major. Right. In this session, we have discussed the deltopectoral groove, deltopectoral triangle, the pectoral fascia, and the clavipectoral fascia. In my next session, I will be discussing the breast, its gross anatomy, its structure, its blood supply, the lymphatic drainage, and the breast cancer. Please kindly watch my next session. Thank you.